Hello. Today we're looking at the Hitex 7360. This is Hitex's take on the traditional cobbling machine that's been used for over 100 years. So Hitex have made some improvements. A lot of people have been using the second-hand ones because there's not been a good model on the market as a new replacement, but I believe the 7360 is that machine. So some of the things that Hitex have done, they've added a longer needle bar stroke, so you can get thicker fabrics underneath the machine, and you're able to ride over if you've got multiple layers going down to single layers and back up to multiple layers. It just gives you a bit better chance of traversing those difficult points. The other thing they've done is they've added their Kinodyne 750 SH motor. Now that is a high torque at low speed motor. A lot of machines, when they want to maintain the torque at a low speed, they have to use a reduction gear. And that's just not possible on this machine. So along with a lot of other machines, the 7360 has had that machine added to it, that motor added to it, and that's meant you can go incredibly slow while also punching through not only thick materials but also hard materials, and that's where that torque really comes in handy. Finally, they have added a special anodized coating to a lot of the parts on the machine, where traditionally that would have issues with corrosion and rust. This machine can be used in sort of more humid environments, perhaps like a boatyard workshop where you've got either drier or more humid air that would normally affect a lot of other machines. So let's get on to using the machine. As you can see, I've played with a little sample here already. And to those of you who are not familiar with a cobbler's machine, you'll just think, oh, you know, it's a normal cylinder arm machine. You put our foot on the foot control and it walks forward. Now it's got more of a jumping action. Again, this is to help with the precise nature of the machine. There's also in this machine, it's a needle positioner, so every time I stop, the needle stops down. Now when I want to turn, on most machines you turn the material. On this one, you turn the foot. So we turn the foot, and then whatever direction we turn that foot to, it then sews. So we can turn back on ourselves, we can reverse, and go through the same holes. We don't have to turn right angles, we can turn any angle that we like. And you can see how, you know, as its history as a boot patcher, you'll be able to go right up something awkward, turn around and come back and just get those few extra stitches. So as I say, every time you sew, ends with the needle down into the fabric, ready for you to turn the presser foot. Now traditionally, the slower moves, like this, would have to be done using the balance wheel. Now you do have the balance wheel as an option if you're more used to that, if you're going to transition from perhaps a reconditioned machine or a lesser machine. However, being able to keep both hands on the work and move so slowly is a huge benefit. Now as you can see there, I did move the fabric as you would on a conventional machine, so that's still an option. However, most of the time you're going to be using the machine in this manner, turning and keeping the work orientated the exact same way. The other benefit of having the servo motor on there is that we can heel back on the presser foot. Now you can't see this, but if I put my heel back on the presser foot, it lifts the needle to the highest position, puts the presser foot down. I can then lift that up, take the work out and cut that. So I'm not having to rely on muscle memory to get me to the right point. So yes, this is the Hitex 7360 available now.